Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Seftimor Daily. Friday, weekend's here. Hope everybody has a great weekend of the new year. Right. Got to stream a little bit tonight with Hidden. Really good time. Feels good to be back. Feels good to be being able to stream a little bit. Wife went back to work, so having the baby duties shift a little bit here, so might be able to get a little bit more streaming in. But today I wanted to talk about a tweet I put out, so gonna elaborate on that a little bit. So everybody knows, I am trying something for the new year on Instagram. Instagram's at Seftimor, Seftimor, and I'm putting out pieces of content like a microblog, but I'm getting a little bit more personal. So how do I do this? What I'm doing is I'm posting a picture, sometimes related, sometimes not related, probably mostly not, just a cool picture I have. And I'm thinking about, what can I write about yesterday? So tomorrow I'll sit down in the morning, think about what can I write about yesterday? What can I write about today? If there's something like today was the first time that me and the wife both had to go back to work and drop the baby off at my parents' house so he can be watched. So I wrote a little thing about that, and I'm going to be doing that in the new year on Instagram. Doesn't take me very long. It takes me about 10 minutes. So, look forward to that and follow me over there if you want to get a little bit more insight. On Twitter, I'm more about ideas that I read or ideas that I find on the internet and how it relates to me or how I interpret them. So while that's a little bit more like philosophical, this is more personal. So that's the difference between my Twitter and my Instagram at the moment. Things could change, but that's how I want to run it right now. Anyway, on to the tweet. If you can't get your own problems in check, how will you be able to help others? Everything we do on a daily basis is a choice we make. Everything that happens to us contains a choice on how we react. Every reaction we have is either creating or subtracting from our energy. Our energy is what dictates the goals we set out to achieve. So, I'm a big believer in why I always preach positivity. What I believe in is that negative energy saps you of your energy. I use the example of work. I deal with customer service in a family business, and if someone is mean or someone is unkind to me, then that could ruin my entire day. And I go down a downward spiral into negativity, and by the time I get home, I'm exhausted. And I've done self-experiments to, okay, I'm not going to let this, no matter what, I'm not going to let this happen to me. And I've kept my energy high. And I think it's the same thing of like going to the gym. When people are like, I don't want to go to the gym, I'm exhausted. But if they actually went to the gym and got exercise in or got a workout in, they'd come home feeling more energized. I think positivity plays in the same way as that aspect. That the more you stay high energy, upbeat, the more energy you have throughout your entire day. Where negativity just drains me, man. It drains me. And that's not some cliche thing. That's a real thing that I've been dealing with for a while now. Too many times when I let the pet bring me down to my knees, I don't get anything accomplished that day. I have a choice to not let things affect me and pull happiness from within. Outside sources are the worst for maintaining a positive lifestyle. Choose correctly. You have a choice, and I know it's hard, and I know there's other circumstances, but for most of the things that are petty, most of the bullshit that we go through in life, we have a choice to go at it in a positive attitude or in a negative attitude. We make the choice. When I take responsibility for everything in my life, a funny thing happens. Life gets more simple because I'm not playing a game to who did what to make me feel this way. When I look at my reactions at these petty problems, I could see the problems as me and I could fix it. Always try to deduce a problem into something that is internal and strive to fix it somehow within yourself. This takes the problems out of others' hands, uncontrollable, and into your own, controllable. While far-fetched at times, this has helped me more than dwelling on my problem. A funny thing happens when you take responsibility, even if it's absurd, for things that everything is your fault. Gary Vaynerchuk says a good one. He says, I go out and got hit by a bus. Shouldn't have left my house that day. It's not sunny out. Oh, damn. How can I fix this? Just absurd things. But things that when you get the message is to get into that mindset of the things that are your fault, because if you look at it in that perspective, other than why is this person doing this to me? If you look at it, even as absurd as it could friggin' possibly be, you'll look at it as a problem solving. You'll look at it through a problem solving lens and not a victim mentality lens, which I fall into a lot. Try this out. See how this makes you feel. Just for another example, people come in late night before our store closes, or comes in early 1 minute after you open. You're not even set up yet, and I'm sitting there some days when things aren't going the best of mornings or the best of nights, and I think, why is this person doing this to me? Like, why are you doing this? When in reality, it's why. It's they're getting something before work, or they're getting something because they need it. Think of it as that. And I mean, like I said, if you don't like your job, or you don't like your physical appearance, don't look at it like, oh, well, it's the food out there, or I can't do this. Just think of it as, well, I hate my job. How can I fix it? This is my fault that I'm here. It's not the customer's fault. If you have a place where there's, customers that are tough at times, it's not their fault. You're still there. And I understand that it might be hard to do that, but look at it in that perspective and start taking little steps towards fixing that. Look at the world's problems as something that you take responsibility for, even if it sounds crazy. Like I said, we want to get out of victim mentality and into problem solving mentality. That will help us, and that will let us achieve happiness in our lives. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, at Seftimor, Seftimor. DMs are always open to anybody that wants to discuss anything further. Hope to see you soon on stream, and I will see you later. Have a great weekend, everybody. Peace.